Hello, my name is Johnny. Welcome to another Marvel Character Talk. Today we have something different. We're going to look at the original pin-ups cut out of the original 1964 Spider-Man annual. I have the reprint of the story right here for reference. We're going to see all what was in there. Great Steve Ditko art. If you'd like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, reply, and share. We'll look a little bit through the comic, but mainly we're going to focus on these original pin-ups cut out of a Spider-Man Annual 1 and pasted on paper decades ago. And it's neat because they give information that was written up, and this is back in Stan Lee days. And I'm going to point out, see if we can find the Steve Ditko initials on them. Let's just look at the front page here. There they are. So this just reprints the story from the annual. The annual had tons and tons of pin-ups, including these and other ones. I'll get to the other ones on another day. We use Spider-Man, and then about the Daily Bugle, and more villains and so forth. But let's start out here. There's the cover. You can see Mysterio, Kraven, Doc Ock, Sandman, Electro, and Vulture, the original Sinister Six. Let's take a look here. You see it's cut out. You can see the back page there showing through. Glued onto these many decades ago. And let's take a look. Kraven the Hunter first appeared in number 15. And there he is, his great-looking Kraven. Now here is one character who is every bit as dangerous as he looks. Kraven has hunted and defeated every wild beast known to man and accomplished that feat alone and unarmed. His speed rivals that of a cheetah, and his savagery and strength are in a class by themselves. Thus we have Kraven the Hunter, whose one burning desire is to lure Spider-Man into the jungle and achieve a final victory over his youthful foe. And as I'm doing this video, this is July 2023, and later this year the Kraven movie by Sony is supposed to come out. Of course, no Spider-Man in it, so we'll see what that's all about. And as we look here, down here by his foot, there's the SD for Steve Ditko. Almost all the pinups had a little bit of that little initial signature on them. One or two might have not, and it's kind of fun to look to see if we can find them. Okay, so that was Kraven. It first appeared in 15. I'll go in out of order of their appearance. I just have them set up like this. Here's the cool Sandman. Love the Sandman. First appeared in number 4. Possibly one of the most truly original, truly unique villains in this, the Marvel Age of Comics. And see how they each have special lettering to go along with their name. Very nice. Here he is there. Look at him. Look at how he's just oozing along. And it says here, Flint Marko had spent a large portion of his life in prison, habitual offender. He was known as one of the most incorrigible prisoners at many of the nation's maximum security jails. But one night during the attempted escape, he hid on a beach near the scene of an atomic test explosion. There, by some incredible accident, the molecules of his body merged with the sand under his feet, and his body took on the qualities of the sand itself, becoming virtually indestructible. To this very day, Sandman is regarded by penal authorities as almost impossible to keep imprisoned. Look at him. Look at him. Sandman. It's classic green outfit. And then he'd go on after with Spider-Man. He'd join the Frightful Four, and he'd switch over to a purple to match their outfits. And then later on, he had a green-colored super suit, sort of, that the Wizard made for him. And he had that for a couple of years, and then went back to just being his sandy self in an outfit. And let's look over here. Is there any SDs anywhere? Yep, there it is. There it is. SD for Steve Ditko. I haven't looked ahead of time, again, to refresh my memory. Most of the time it's easy to spot, but this one you had to hunt for it. And here we go, Electro. So look at this. As of doing this, it's Spider-Man, 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 Spider-Man movie, and then they're going to do a Kraven who hasn't been in a Spider-Man. And they were promised a Sinister Six movie standalone a few years ago by Sony. That didn't happen, and they sort of had a Sinister Six in the last Spider-Man, but we'll see if we ever get a proper one. Look at this. Great artwork there for Electro. First appeared in #9. All the unleashed powers of electricity are his, for he is the master of one of Earth's greatest forms of energy. Originally an unknown electric lineman named Max Dillon, he became one of the most powerful criminals of all when a chance lightning bolt struck him while he was atop an electric pole. Known for the sinister, clever uses which he puts his awesome power, Electro is truly one of the most usual villains rampant today. Love the classic green. A lot of Spidey's foes have green featured in them. And this one, there it is, right there. The SD. Steve Ditko. Alrighty. So that's those. We'll look at that a little bit here. What's cool, besides these pinups, and if you get another one, you can cut them out too. There's full one-pagers of Spidey battling each one of the villains. Let's see Mysterio here. Classic blue mist. His eyes on his costume. Can't see him. Look at his hands. All that detail work on his green costume. First appeared in #13. Although his powers seemed to be truly supernatural, Spider-Man was eventually to learn that Mysterio was actually a movie special effects designer who decided to turn his unusual abilities to crime. But despite his normal origin, the mysterious effects and illusions he created and the inventive powers he assumed combined to make Mysterio as dangerous a deadly foe as any Spider-Man had ever faced. This was the greatest Ditko annual, and it was only rivaled by, like, say, Fantastic Four annual #2 with the Doctor Doom, or #1 with the Submariner stories and all the pinups, great pinups that Jack Kirby did in those. And here we go. Does we have an SD in here or not? We don't see it. Is it there? Or did he not do that there? There it is, hidden. See the S and then the D in the blue. So it's there. Vulture. Very cool. At this point, Vulture had appeared twice. He was fighting Spider-Man in this issue, and then he came back in 7. Really cool. Old man and his wings. Looking cool. Nice lettering. Fandom will never forget the first battle between the Vulture and Spider-Man. High above the towering skyscrapers they fought, the mysterious wing menace and the teenage crime fighter who had never yet battled so dangerous, so powerful a foe. Actually, it was in this epic battle that Spider-Man is said to have truly undergone his baptism of fire. Excelsior. Is there an SD? Here it is. Right there. Very cool coloring on him. And of course the leader of the Sinister Six, Doc Ock himself, old Otto Octavius, Doctor Octopus. First appeared in #3. You are gazing at one of the most powerful, most dangerous, most uncanny mortals on the face of the earth. Born Otto Octavius, he was one of the nation's leading atomic scientists, using his ingenious artificial arms to perform experiments from behind a lead wall which shielded him from radiation. But a freak nuclear accident made his arms like living things, and Dr. Octopus was born. And there's an easy to spot SD. We got big feet there. Doc Ock. Old crazy Doc Ock. Yeah, so they had other features and pages on the back, so you needed multiple issues to get all the pinups to cut them out. This is the Marvel Age reprint from 1983. I think I did a look through of one of the original annuals that these were cut out. If I have that, I'll leave it at a link to the end. Let's see, we'll just take a quick flip through the pages here towards the end. So you have a one-pager with Doc Ock coming up. There it is. That was the least exciting one, or at least for me, that one there. Yeah, so they split up. Spoiler if you've never read the Sinister Six. Instead of fighting them all together, they split up and fought them one at a time. There it is. So there's the pin-up. And there's the one-pager with Spidey. And look at how great Spidey's eyes looking there. Greatest annual of all time. There's the Sandman. Look at him. Oozing all over poor Spidey. Classic, classic, classic. There's the Mysterio. Yeah, so I had to fight one at a time, each trap. And then they had a lot of cameos, which I covered in looking through there. You see the X-Men. So they had just about everybody that was a hero show up as a cameo. This one, I think they made a t-shirt out of this. Looks great. And the great webbing under Spider-Man's arm you get to see once in a while. There he is with two cheetahs. Kraven looking, very Kraven. Look at his face. Classic, 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 classic Ditko. They came up with so many great villains in the Stan Lee, Steve Ditko run. And then there's Electro. Whop. And this is cool with the white shadowing on there on the edge. Knocking them out. There's the FF. Yeah, so there's a lot of preamble to get into the battle there. There they are when they're getting together. Great page. Taking on what order they'll fight them in. If you haven't read this one, I'm sure it's printed in so many different trade paperbacks, reprints, Marvel Age, and of course the original. Till next time, more Marvel comics, Marvel character talk, lots more to come. Great stuff from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and then some of the things that are made for Marvel into now. Thanks for watching, everyone.